Jeg bare har mekanisk.
I know, og så står mest sannsynlig tastaturet ditt foran mikrofonen din.
Ja,
garantert.
Hva skjedde nå?
Skriven start opp her.
All right. Let's see. Is it working? I have no idea. Because Twitch is being weird.
Yep. Looks like it.
Let's see.
Oh, we are not live.
All right. There we are. Okay. It's a bit of a delay is all. All right. So let's know, people in the chat, if there is... if there's any audio issues or anything like that. And
I think you need to put my camera a little lower.
Mm-hmm. I can't do that while we're live, so...
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Oh, well then. I'll just have the black line underneath it.
Well, it's... I think that's part of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see. Oh, well.
I'll readjust my camera.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. So, yeah, Twitch, the preview in Twitch isn't working like it should be, but if everything else is okay, then that's fine. And true to tradition, there is always some tech issues for some reason. This time, not our fault. This time, it's Twitch. Anywho, welcome to episode 165 of the CosCast. Yay! Today we will be doing a post-Banzaicon episode with Ryurai Art and Cosplay, our wonderful guest tonight. Welcome.
Thank you.
And as always, I'm your main host, Anita, and with me I have my wonderful co-hosts.
Sunniva.
Antonia.
Yay! Welcome, ladies. So, as per usual, let's start the evening by introducing our... Well, sorry, I forgot to put my phone on mute. That one is on me. Well, true to tradition, let's go into our usual segments. Cosplay progress. Have we been working on anything cosplay related during the past, 3 weeks? Because it's been a while.
Kind of. I've not been working, say, on something cosplay related, but I have been getting some cosplay stuff in the mail. So I thought I was going to show you what.
Ooh, fancy.
So I got myself fabric that I bought from Spoonflower, which has it's a site where you can customize and buy customized printed fabrics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a very good site. I have not customized my own fabric because I can't be bothered. But I found one that looked like-ish the one that I need, and it looks like this.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say what it's for, but if anyone wants to guess, they are allowed to do so.
Yeah, I can't guess because I know what the answer is, so I'm not gonna spoil it.
That's fine. I also have gotten a wig from wig is fashion, and it's in this beautiful bag, and it's for this cosplay, and it is a brown semi-short wig. This one is a bit wavy, but I know how to stretch it out because it's not supposed to be wavy, so that's another hint if you want to guess.
Mm-hmm.
So the plan is to start working on this soon. I've also been away for a while. I've been in Tromsø, my hometown, for 3 weeks or so, living with my grandmother. So I have been crafting.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned how to crochet these.
Well, there you go. That's a skill.
That is a skill. So the point of these are that you can attach them together and they can become like a blanket or whatever you want to be, really.
Yeah, I made myself a tablecloth of those squares at one point in time. It's the one in the living room, the tiny one.
Not bad.
It's actually quite relaxing to crochet.
Yeah, I think one of these squares takes about 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Depending on
size.
Yeah. Different things.
Tonya, how about you?
No.
Nope. Well, I haven't really made anything cosplay related either since Sailor Mercury. Mostly because I can't really afford to buy new stuff right now. I'm kind of on saver mode. So I'm taking a bit of a cosplay break, really. Pretty much. And I'll just start up again when I have the energy and the spare time and the money to do it. But I have been playing around just with crafts for my own sake because I like making stuff. So I've started, you guys remember salt dough or trolldeig? Like most of us probably played around with that in our childhoods. So I made these feathers today.
Nice. I can think what they are for.
What do you think it's for?
I think it's for that winky face Vexalia from
It might be a little Vexalia. Very good. And also just playing around with making like little stars for my soot gnomes. Like the Studio Ghibli little black soot gnome thingies. They always have those star-shaped candies that they love so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I made those and just playing around with making Christmas ornaments, stars and stuff, just for fun, for my own sake. And hey, if some of them turn out nice, maybe I can give them away as presents or sell them or whatever.
Yeah,
but not? It's just something low pressure and fun to do for me.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost much because all I needed was flour, salt, water, and some oil. So that's pretty nifty.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Liana?
As long as we count the week before Banzai, yes, I have been working on cosplay because I was con crunching to finish for Banzai.
That totally counts.
Oh yeah.
Even when the costume started falling apart at the day I was supposed to use it.
Oh no!
Yeah. Actually, two of my costumes actually fell apart during the con.
Oh, that's awful.
I hope they stayed on.
One of them did. The other, I went to change.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as it stayed on during the contest, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you were comfortable at least.
As comfortable as you can get in a corset.
True.
Oh, that's truth.
Very much so.
Whenever I talk with people, I say, I'm just worried about breathing. And people are like, yeah, but you can do it, just breathe. And I'm like, no, I'm wearing a corset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about breathing.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. That doesn't really work when you're wearing a corset.
It doesn't work like that then.
No, it does not. All right, so let's just move on from cosplay progress and jump into our news segment.
Yes. I'm just gonna say that I've noticed that there's more people than just us having trouble with Twitch. So there might be people popping by. I don't know when, but I think a lot of people are having problems with getting the stream to load on Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something weird about it because when we started the Streamlabs, OBS had problems picking up information from our account, and I had to refresh our Twitch page like 5 times before it actually was able to stream. So there's definitely some site-wide issues going on, I think.
Yes, I had issues as well with getting into the stream. I had to refresh the page about 5 times.
Yeah.
Actually,
so you have been warned.
Yes.
All right. So the first piece of news that we're going to get into is a really hot topic in the cosplay community right now. It is the ever-present blackfacing problem, I guess we would call it. It was brought on by this cosplayer called Ryurai Art Cosplay, who is a delegate for the Euro Cosplay Championship, who chose to cosplay a character that is a person of color, and she is not. And it's just sparked a whole international discussion about what is blackface, what is okay, what is not okay, and there has been a lot of back and forth. So yeah, do any of you guys have any thoughts that you wanna like share on the subject?
I just think that it is a issue that comes by the cosplay community from time to time. And it's really sad to see that it becomes this huge drama shit show every time. And I just think it's good that people, try to explain why it's a sensitive issue. And it's sad that some people react with anger and start attacking each other over something like this.
Because it's not just it's not isolated to just this person doing something and then other people having an issue with it. It's been like lashing out apparently at other people, followers who have been mean towards other people, and the cosplayer in question has apologized publicly on their Facebook page. So I'm not going to say that, anyone is a total monster or anything. I'm not going to throw accusations willy-nilly because, let's face it, we don't know all the details and all the information. But my stance on the whole thing is that as long as you know that what you are doing is hurting other people, making them upset, or offends people legitimately for good reason, then there's no excuse for doing it. If you are aware that what you're doing is harming other people, don't do it. And also, blackfacing is a historical thing that was used to make fun of people of color, specifically black people, in the States. And it just, be aware of your history before you do something like this. And I mean, we're not people of color, so it's, always weird to give our 5 cents on this, but I just don't think it's okay to do this when you know that other people are being hurt by what you're doing. And people have told you that what you're doing is hurtful towards other people. Yeah. I don't know if that was the most eloquent way of putting it, but it seems so unnecessary, Yeah.
All in all, you have a choice. Either you can stop what you're doing because it's hurting someone, or continue and just ignore it. You have a choice. But then you have to be aware that it will have consequences. Your choices will have consequences. And I just think that my take on it is that if something is hurting someone, just don't.
Yeah. And also, if you were unaware of the problems before you started the project, that's kind of redeeming. But when you actually were aware of the problems before you started and chose to do it anyway, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Take responsibility for your actions, people. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Anyone else have anything they want to weigh in with before we move on?
No, I can just see in the chat that there are a lot of people are having trouble with Twitch as well, and that it wasn't just us, so that's good. But it's nice to see people in the chat. Sahara, Sarah, Therese, Rick make stuff.
Thank you for being here. Just try your computer, your tablet, your phone. Try to refresh. Maybe that will help. Because Twitch is weird today for some reason.
Yes.
Sorry, not our problem at least. We didn't do anything wrong. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say one thing
Yes.
about the whole thing. I don't want to say anything about the thing in general, but I would remind people to refrain from internet mobbing and stop not bullying people online, because
Yeah.
that was something that happened last time this debate came up, and people started bullying and posting about these and saying bad words, and that's illegal in Norway. So, and what's the most annoying part about around these debates is when people start hanging out people for doing stuff, and because that's not allowed. That's called cyberbullying.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is
I
also
couldn't
not
agree
okay.
with you more. Yeah.
So even though if you don't like, if you think people are monsters for doing blackfacing, don't post their photos online without their consent. Don't say bad things about them, because that's cyberbullying and that's not allowed. And that's it doesn't make you a good person.
Yeah, and I just want people to think about one more thing when it comes to if you see someone doing something shitty, just think, is it logical that this person is doing this thing to be shitty? Most likely no. There's always two sides of a story, and usually it's because they have a different mindset and they think differently than you and they have different information. So I couldn't agree with you more on that one. Don't hang anyone out before you actually know what's actually going on, or don't hang them out anyway.
Yeah.
Even though you know what's going on.
Because that's the problem with the internet, especially Twitter, is that it becomes this echo chamber of people just piling on and like wanting to be a part of the discussion and maybe not doing their due diligence. Like, I know cosplayers who have like spent their whole entire day researching this particular incident just to get to know what the fuck is going on. And like, don't just voice an opinion before you actually know what you're talking about. And yeah, just be considerate, think about others, and don't bully, and don't blackface, and don't do things that hurt other people when you know it hurts other people. It's mean and cruel and unnecessary.
Yeah.
There. And the cosplayer in question has been excluded from the Euro Cosplay Championship. They have been disqualified. And some people are saying that that's a good decision. Some people are not. And that's up to them. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But it does state clearly in the rules of the Euro Cosplay Championship that anything that might be found offensive and racist will disqualify a cosplay.
Yes.
So,
but Euro Cosplay also is a little bit to blame here, because they didn't do anything about this incident until someone actually
that is
said
true.
Something.
I mean, they get the applications and all the information way ahead of time. They should have nipped this in the bud and said, no, fine, think about something else, because it's a little late.
Yeah.
For sure.
Now we're done talking
Now
about
we're
this.
done talking about it. Okay.
Let's move on.
Let's move on, yes. So the next piece of news is also kind of political and a little bit touchy. Because this is about Blizzard. And Blizzard has banned a player called Blitzchung for speaking up about the political problems that are going on in Hong Kong. And they have been going on for 4 months. And it all started when the current leader in Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, suggested a new bill or a new law, an extradition law, that would allow mainland China to extradite people who are charged with criminal acts in China from Hong Kong, because Hong Kong right now is sort of like they're governed by their own government, so they're not officially a part of mainland China, and they won't be until 2040 something. So they have a separation there. So if this extradition law goes through, then a lot of people living in Hong Kong could be extradited to China and, persecuted for
If
things that
anyone
are
has
not.
been following the news, everyone knows that there are riots in
Yes.
Hong Kong at the moment. So yes,
Yeah.
it's,
So people are very unhappy about this this law that has been proposed. And it's been iced for now, but it hasn't been retracted. So they're still fighting to get it removed completely. And it's just kind of gone on forever because there's always something new that people are protesting about in this case. And Blitzchung made a comment about it during an interview with Blizzard, and officially they don't allow any political stances being taken in their live streams or in correlation with their games. So they decided to ban Blitzchung and also strip him of all of the earnings he has earned through the entire season of Hearthstone Masters, which I find, I mean, that's a difficult subject because Blizzard doesn't allow for political messages being taken, political stands being taken, but also I think they were kind of hard on this guy. Like, I understand banning him, but I think it's a little rough to just strip him of everything he earned through the entire season.
Then you have to think about what it would do. You know, it's a hard choice for Blizzard, I guess.
It is.
And they have a so this is just what they had to do. They had no choice. The consequences for not doing it would be so much bigger. But the thing that this is actually a news story is kind of smart because now it comes out and everyone gets to know what actually happened.
Yeah.
Blizzard had to do the right thing, you know?
Yeah. They had to follow their own rules, basically, because they have said this is not allowed.
They haven't shoved it under the rug to hide it. So it they are kind of fighting for him, but they have to, you know, do everything that says that, no, we're not.
Yeah. It's a difficult one. It's hard to know what they're thinking and why they're doing things. And this again comes back to there's more sides to every story.
Yes. But then again, this is what they have to do in every sporting event. Like in the Olympics, in every world summit ever. Like the, now when they have been the, I don't know what the English term is for it, but it's friidrett, World Summit Masterships in Doha, and that hasn't come without, you know, any political issues at all, not at all. There's people who has been, you know, not wanting to run and do sports in that arena just because of the country. So there's always a lot of political issues in sports stuff.
Especially when it comes to China. China is difficult politically in a lot of ways. And China is a really big market for Blizzard, so I kind of understand that they don't want to, you know, be on bad terms with a big market. I mean, the only reason why they have Diablo for, you know, the mobile game is because the Chinese market wanted it. No one else really did. Rick Make Stuff says in the chat, haven't they given his money back now? You know what? I'm not sure, but if they have, that's great. Because I imagine he would have a rough time without them, probably. So kudos to Blizzard if they actually did that. I haven't been able to check that up, but I definitely will because I find this whole thing to be very interesting and important in general. Let's see. Do any one of you guys have anything you want to say about this, or are we good?
We are good.
We are good. All right. So let's move on to something a little bit less political and a little bit more fun. The winners from Banzaicon 2019 Spellbound. Yeah, because there are two categories at Banzaicon. You have the Masters category and the Classic category. And the winners in the Master category was, in third place, Ihadra Cosplay as Jester from Critical Role. Second was Luma Nut, I think, as Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. I think. I might be wrong. And then first was Sahara Sara Cosplay as Awen from The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, that costume. I'm so happy she won.
Yeah, same. I've been reading.
You should have been there. These fangirls were screaming every time she was on stage, and I know exactly who those people are.
I can imagine.
And there were even the referee and others comment on that you know those people over there in the seats, they were screaming just out for you.
I mean, I've been following the progress on her Eowyn cosplay for a long time, and I've been just
Same.
like in awe, like, oh my goodness, how even. It's so good.
I've been screaming about this cosplay ever since I saw Sahara Sara started making it.
Yeah.
And like, I just want a disclaimer because I would have been happy no matter who got the first place.
Yes.
But it's just that because I have been kind of following this costume from the get-go through Instagram and internet and stuff, and it is like one of my dream cosplays. It's this version of Eowyn that is like, oh my gosh, I would have loved to do that myself, but I don't have the skills. So I've just been so hyped about it ever since the start, and that is why I'm so extra happy that this costume in particular and Sahara Sara it was getting the first place.
Yeah.
So I could have not have been any judge in this competition because
No.
my bias would have been like, I love you, Eowyn.
I'm so glad was not a judge.
Yeah.
It would have been so hard because it was so good. But all of the contestants were good. I mean,
Yes.
just congratulations to everyone who won in the Masters category. And in the Classic category, third place went to Malagran or Malingran as Jester as well. And second went to Malek's Cosplay. And I think that was also an alloy, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
It was
but...
Alloy, that I'm sure of.
Yeah. And then first place went to Sunny Cosplay as Faramir from The Lord of the Rings. So 2 Lord of the Rings winners on top. It's pretty crazy. Congratulations. And it's an amazing cosplay as well. It looked so good. I think it's also funny that Eowyn and Faramir won because in the book they get together, you know. They're a couple in the book. You don't get to see it in the movies, but it's funny. To me, that's funny.
Also, Therese says that second place in Master was
Astrologer.
Yeah.
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 Right.
I heard thing.
Yes. I just messed it up. So
Faramir and Eowyn. The couple.
yes. So
But you are
good.
not wrong. Luminat has done an Aloy,
Yes, that's why I got confused.
but it's not this
Yeah.
time.
Awesome. Okay. Then we know. So yeah, congratulations to everyone. I am so upset that I couldn't be at Banzaicon this year to see it. I wish I could have been. If I was in Tromsø visiting my family for the week, and I only got home on like Sunday when Banzaicon ended. So
Yeah, I was in Tromsø too, visiting my grandmother.
yeah, I'm so upset.
I've been following like every single story from Banzaicon. I've been like, oh, it's a video. Yes. No, I need to watch this again. Somebody filmed the Sara thing. I'm gonna watch it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Feels
Yeah,
right.
I hope I get to see like a full movie of all of the contestants because I want to see everyone's performance. I would love that.
But it's free live, but the video is not available anymore. That was just sad because I remember watching parts of it later at the same day because I wanted to see everyone who was on stage before me because I didn't get the chance to see them because I was behind stage.
Yeah.
But we will hopefully Bonsai will release it at a later point in time. You never know.
Please do.
Fingers crossed. All right. We're just gonna move right along. So, seeing as oops. Seeing as Banzaicon is now over, that means that we now have 2 Norwegian contestants that are ready for the Nordic Cosplay Championship in 2020.
Yeah.
That means it is Sahara Sara Cosplay and Kari no Lava Effects.
Yes.
Which is funny. We have 1 science fiction winner and 1 fantasy winner. Because
That's
Kari no
pretty
Lava
awesome.
won with her Shepherd from Mass Effect and Sahara Sara with Eowyn.
There is that the tech is working on releasing the video. They're just having issues with the music.
Ah, yes. Copyright issues. It works for live streams, not so good for videos that you release later, unfortunately. That's always a little bit bad. But
You can always do like what they did before they had sound movies
Yeah.
and just do silent movies.
Yeah,
Have
just
the writing.
cut out the sound. Something. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, congratulations to our contestants. I'm so excited to see what you guys will bring for the NCC. I cannot imagine them having to make another cosplay in the same type of quality as the ones they won with. Like, if I was Sahara, I would just bring Awen and like, yeah, I'm good. It's fine.
Well, we can see what her reaction in the chat. So.
Yeah. Dang.
Yes, we get the first-hand information.
Yeah.
Pandork balls.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, so now we know, and we're so excited, and we're going to have like an NCC, like pre-NCC episode with Karin Orlava and Sahara Sara sometime in the future.
Yes.
It has to happen, so now you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the next piece of news on our list is that Rainbow Textile in Oslo are having their regular fabric sales. They usually have it like two times a year. And this time it will be from the 17th to the 26th of October. So you can get lots of beautiful fabrics for really reduced prices. And they have a wonderful selection usually. So if you're in Oslo,
fabric.
yeah, I wish I could. I need so much black fabric because of my tremere that I want to make eventually. And the sale would be a good place to start, but we'll see. So yes, remember that we've posted links to all of our news items on our Facebook page, so if you want to check anything out, just head on over there and you'll find a list with all of the news items we're talking about today there. CanonCon which is like a comic book convention 1.5 will be held in Oslo on the 19th of October. They have an event up on Facebook, and I saw that they were looking for more stands like a few weeks back. I don't know if they still need it, but I've never been to CanonCon either, so I don't really know what kind of convention it is, but I don't think it's like very big on cosplay, at least not for now. I think it's more about the comic books and artists and things like that. There will be hosted Halloween events at Outland across the country. We've included the link to the Halloween event at Outland Trondheim, which will be on the 26th of October. So if you dress up in a Halloween cosplay or costume and take a picture of yourself in one of their stores and put it on Instagram, you can win gift certificates. So head on over to Outland, their Halloween events, and just read about the rules there. And hey, maybe you're the lucky person who gets a gift certificate. If you can be bothered to dress up and go into one of their stores. It's a lot of work dressing up just for that, so we'll see. There will also be a gaming evening in Trondheim on the 29th of October at Trondheim Folkebibliotek. So there will be board games and things like that. And I think they do this in cooperation with Torukan. I'm not sure, but I think so. So if you're in Trondheim and you're into board games and stuff, then make sure to check that out. Also in Trondheim, Toruween is a yearly Halloween party thrown by Torukan. This time it will be held on the 1st of November. They also have a Facebook event for that, and we've put the link on our Facebook page, so just go find it there. Or you could just search for Toruween, A World of Horrors on Facebook, and you'll find it. And last but not least, Spill Expo is getting ever closer, and it will be held on the 1st of November throughout the 3rd of November in Lillestrøm at Norges Varemesse. And we're going.
Yeah!
Yay!
All cosplayers can get 50% off or
Yes.
something for in past. They said at least once.
Yes. If you go to Spill Expo Cosplay on Facebook, there is more information there. But if you're planning on cosplaying and you want to go to Spill Expo, you can send in an application and get your ticket for 50% off. So that's a really great offer. If I wasn't going as part of the Cosplay Village, I would definitely take advantage of this offer myself. But we will be helping out in the info desk and potentially maybe doing some content. We'll see. It's not really set in stone yet, so it's kind of up in the air, but we'll be there and hopefully in cosplay. And if not, well, you'll know how to find us. Just look for the info stand or blue and orange hair and, you'll find us. Right. So we hope to see you guys there. The cosplay contest at Spill Expo is always really cool, and they always have amazing prizes. So it's worth it just to go for that. But there's also lots of other fun things like gaming booths and stands and tournaments and things. So yeah, I think they had a LAN last year, didn't they? I don't know if they're doing that again this year, but
they had a
LAN, like a local area network gaming thing.
Oh yeah, I thought you said a lawn. Like why?
Why would they do that? I don't know. Also,
Patches of grass.
Yes. Also, the Cosplay Village is a pretty cool area where you can just hang out with other cosplayers and chill or look at art stands and stuff. And there will be a stage like a small separate stage in that area too, I think, where cosplay content will be hosted all day. So there's entertainment for everyone, I think. So
nice.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
If it's true.
Yeah. No, that's at least the impression I've gotten. So there will be content going on this year. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the news. It's taken a while. Oh my god, it's already 8:42.
I know, but we were a bit after the
Yes.
schedule because we couldn't get the thing to
That's
work.
true.
Twitch was weird.
Yes.
Anyway, I just want to do one more thing now since we have people in the chat. Can anyone guess what character this is for? Boop, 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 boop. Then, done.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
You gotta show the wig as well.
Sahara did it.
That was fast.
I
was
know.
fast.
No.
It is
Yes,
your
yes.
girl.
It is. You're right.
I'm very excited about seeing it because if you guys have seen Sunniva's like Aria makeup test that she just did ages ago, she'll be a good Aria. Like,
Oh, thank you.
yes, you will.
I actually deleted that picture, I think, from my Instagram.
Oh, you have to do it again.
No.
Now you have incentive. All right.
Whoops.
Well, Sahara Cosplay says, I support this cosplay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, it's a good thing we don't have like automated moderators in the chat now because you would be banned for capsing. Just saying.
True. All right. So, yeah, that's it for news. So let's move into the interview portion of the evening. Sunniva, do you want to start maybe like doing the first 3 or 4 questions?
I will.
Go ahead.
I actually wish that we could show the pictures of Ryurai on stage
Yes.
as Ruby because those pictures are beautiful. If you haven't seen them, go to Ryurai's Instagram because they are
Yeah.
absolutely magical.
Yes, it's Ryurai Cosplay.
Yes. And because we were complimenting you before we started the stream about this, and we were like, oh, the lighting and everything and blah, blah, blah looks so nice. And you were just like, yeah, I just asked the tech to put on really nice stage lights. So kudos to Bonsai Tech.
They always ask like, what kind of lighting do you want? Do you want some flickering? Do you want different lights? Do you want it? What do you want? And I was just like, I just want normal lights. What is normal lights? Bright normal lights.
And it worked perfectly.
worked.
Picture came out awesome.
Yeah, you can see so many of the details on your costume. It's great.
Yeah.
Y'all should go over there and like it.
Yes, but after stream.
Yes, stay here for now.
Yeah, because you have to watch the stream on your phone,
Yeah.
as Cosplay Studio said. So don't do it now. Just do it after. Okay, so question number 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
What characters did you cosplay at Banzaicon 2019? And did you make any of your cosplays specifically for this event?
I cosplayed a total of 4 characters at Banzai. First day on Friday, I brought Tosaka Rin from the Fate series in her magical girl outfit because just after summer I saw one of the cosplay stores I follow having a sale for one day, and the cosplay cost like 150 Norwegian kroner, like nothing at all, and including shipping it was in total about between 300 and 400 kroner. So I just like sold. And I'm really happy to wear it. I also got to meet this one of the crew working at Banzai was cosplaying the same character just in a different outfit. It was like, I love your characters. I love your characters. Ah, this is so fun.
That's cute.
Then at Saturday, I cosplayed Ruby Rose from the American anime show Ruby, which I made for Banzai. It was kind of a last minute decision because I was considering doing another costume for the contest, but then figured I had no idea how to put on a show for that character, so I went with the one I couldn't put on a show with, because I was like poking my friend like, can you help me on stage? I know you've never been on a cosplay stage before, but could you please help me on stage? And she said yes, and I'm super happy about it. I actually have this from Bjerkeli. It's kind of hard to see. We took photos together as Ruby and Vice because we were really proud of our costumes, and kind of everyone is wondered what we were doing in Classic because they thought we were a duo, but we weren't. But it was kind of fun. And then on Sunday, I reused my Rimuru from that time I got reincarnated as a slime that I made for KazokuCon this year. And because my friend who cosplayed me as Vice also cosplayed with me from this show, so it was kind of fun just hanging around. But then this costume kind of fell apart during the day, halfway through, so I was planning to change already, but I ended up just putting on normal outfits and do a different hairstyle with a wig and went as Bliss from Helly Peach's comic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Norwegian Instagram.
Mythical Idiots.
Yeah, Mythical
That's
Idiots.
the one.
I just
awesome.
did a different because the wig I wore as Rimuru was also the one I used for a costume of that character once, and I was like, she's gonna be on the con. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Backup.
I think it's fun that you cosplayed something from someone we know actually made. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The funny thing was I went to an art stand the day before, and she just casually asked me because I was just talking with them, and she asked when will you bring Bliss to a convention? And I just like, probably tomorrow. And she was like, wait, what?
Surprise!
That's awesome.
So that was fun.
That's really cool. But we also want to know a little bit more about what it would like to compete in the cosplay contest. Which category did you compete in? Now we know which cosplay you competed with, but you can talk a little bit more like about it if you want to, and what the process was like. How did the contest work, and how was it like to Banzaicon?
Well, like I said, I wore Ruby Rose. I worked on it. I have been planning to do her for over a year now, and I tried making a group, but half of the group ended up ditching and doing the Ruby cosplays on Sunday instead of Saturday because they prioritized other costumes on Saturday, which made at least I had my friend who wanted to help me, and I entered the classic contest, which is kind of the beginners category in cosplay contest because I don't feel I'm anywhere near close in craftsmanship to compete in master. shortly, also evidently proven by never placing in one of the bigger contests I have placed in Sci-Fi Festival, but the contest is way more casual there, and it's really nice, but it's nowhere the levels of the Bonsai. This is the second time I've competed at Bonsai, and yeah, let's just say I have heard others saying that the winners of Classic actually were Master categories, but they just didn't have experience competing yet.
Yeah, but
also, most of the contestants were like, I have never been on stage before, and we were like, I think 2 or maybe 3 backstage there that had competed before. So I'm not quite sure about the winners and how much they have been on stage before, but I don't, or at least not Malagran. I don't know how much if she has competed before, but most of them were completely beginners, never having been on stage before.
That's actually very cool, because I remember maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, there were some concerns about new people not daring to enter the competition game, and I think after they made the cosplay classic a thing, we have been seeing more and more people daring to enter the competition stage, which is very cool to see. And now we actually see like the results of that, the measures that they made some years back.
Absolutely.
So it's really cool to see that, and also to hear you say it. Who was there? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like that there's a classic or a beginner's place. Even though people said that I was master category, I don't feel like it because, like I said, I haven't yet to place in anything. Yeah. Yes, I can see that my shows are kind of getting better, but I still feel like my costumes are not up to the task. And I also have this silly or whatever tradition whenever I'm competing. Just before going on stage or right after, I try to take a selfie with every contestant I'm competing against as a kind of memory from the
nice.
contest. Also kind of to calm my own nerves before going on stage, because I get full of nerve wrack before the contest. Along with all my friends backstage.
Yeah.
So and then I posted on social medias and try to tag everyone because they're freaking amazing, and I just wanted to share it with everyone how amazing they are, and kind of to be able to brag that, look, I took a selfie with the winners.
Oh, smart.
Sneaky.
I don't mean it when I say that I want photo with every one of them, and so I have selfies with all 10 contestants I was competing against.
No.
What's the time?
I have one extra question for you though. That's not right here, but it's about the competition. Like when you're backstage, what is the feeling like? Like, do you talk to the other contestants? Does it feel like you are kind of together in it, or how is it like to be backstage?
Usually there is this one cosplay mom, cosplay big sister kind of that goes around saying like, calm down, it's gonna be okay. If you mess up, just pretend like it didn't happen and just keep going. This year it was actually me that was that part, saying like, oh, you're gonna be amazing. And then I was like, I'm gonna fail, but you are gonna be amazing. People talk with each other, mostly saying the nerves. Some of them have stage hands, people helping them on stage, and they sit and chat with them. I mostly talk with some of the friends I know beforehand, like Anakturus Cosplay and Lea Chin, and Kisaten, because they were backstage there just then, and those were people I already knew, so I talked a lot with them. But I tried to talk with, like I said, every other contestant, and I heard that most of them said they were first time on stage. This one cosplayer, she was totally gorgeous in her Rose cosplay from Steven Universe, and she was practicing her singing the whole time, and it was like, she had such a beautiful voice, and I was like singing along because I love that song, and I'm practicing it, the same song for schoolwork actually. So that was kind of fun that she was singing exactly that song, but it's an amazing song. So
Cool.
You sound like a fairy godmother.
Yes.
Backstage. It would be a pleasure to be backstage with you, sounds like.
Let's see. In the chat, Sahara Sara says, there were so many people competing this year and it was so cool. The more, the better.
Yes.
And Therese says that about your picture taking of everyone. That's lovely. Yes. Which it is. It's very, it's so nice. It's so sweet. And the Lewd Fox TV says, I love competing and I'm very scared of it, but I try to compete at all the cons I can. It's good practice, which, yes, it is.
Yeah, I've been planning to compete like every year. I think like next year, but I don't. I never do.
No. I mean, I competed that one time at Torukan and I only had 2 other people to go up against, so it wasn't really scary. And I'm, you know... But it was a good experience, and I also keep telling myself, next year I'm going to do it again, and then I don't. I have too much to do, I think. Oh, everyone froze. Oops. What happened now? What happened? Oh no. The Lewd Fox is Ryurai Cosplay, by the way. Sorry if my username confuses people. That explains a lot. It's good to know. Let's see. Hopefully everyone comes back so we can continue the show. This is unexpected. I don't know if this is Discord or Twitch or what it is. Oh. There we go. I hear someone's voice at least. What is happening?
I think it's... I can hear you but not see you.
Yeah, I can hear Liana as well. Tech issues! There we are! Woo!
It's the day of weird things.
Boy.
Yeah, like everything is just weird.
The streams are like, okay, what's going on? Everything just froze.
Thank you, Twitch, and thank you, Discord. It wouldn't
This was Discord, I think.
Yeah.
Let's blame Spoopy season.
Yeah. We work so hard to make everything right, and we prepare like half an hour in advance before we start every show. Swear to God. But always there's something that goes wrong, and it's like, I don't understand. I double checked everything. What's going on? So yeah, it has to be Spoopy month.
Yes. Okay. Next question. Yep.
I have to comment on what happened before the freeze and everything, because about competing in cosplay contest is actually one of the most amazing experience ever, because everyone is so supportive, everyone is so nice. Like I said, there's always this one cosplay mom that's trying to calm everyone, even though they probably are super nervous themselves. You get to see all these amazing costumes. This year at Banzai, there were 2 master girls in backstage at the same time as us, trying to fix their costume or just talking with the crew because they was nervous. And it was just amazing to see every costume up close, even at the pre-judging, because there's we only got 4 minutes this time to talk about our costumes. That's no time at all. I completely understand why they do that when there's like 11, 12 people competing at each category. But seriously, I barely managed to talk about things, and one of the judges wanted to look, but she didn't get the time. She got 2 seconds to look at my costume before time's up. But the people, the judges, everyone is just so nice, and kudos to the crew at Banzai, because they were doing an amazing job helping everyone, even the ones that having small panic attacks. And there was the crew members bringing water all the time, making sure everyone had something to drink, that everyone was breathing, even though it was hard in a corset. But I would recommend absolutely everyone who wants to try it, even though you're terrified at the beginning. When you first get on stage and hear the audience applaud or laugh or anything, it's amazing feeling, and it's totally worth all the nerves beforehand. Even though you're super tired and super self-conscious and almost depressed afterwards, it's totally worth those 3 minutes on stage are worth it.
They really are. It's something special about being up there.
Yes. We've also had a lot of like good experience dealing with Banzaicon crew. The years we've been there, it's always been like a pleasure meeting the crew and the tech. The people doing the tech at Banzaicon has always been like on point on everything.
Yes.
But like besides from the contest, Ryurai, what are your favorite memories from Banzaicon this year?
This year, I guess some of the memories I keep is going with my friends through the art stands and get the question like, why are you not having art stands here? I got the same question at TwitterCon, and also just sitting down with friends, just catching up. I met two people that I shared a hotel room at Desicon one point for a few years back, and we just sat down and just had the most pleasant conversation ever. I saw a friend sitting kind of alone while waiting for our other friends getting some food, and I just like, I'm sitting here so you don't look like you're sitting alone. And she was like, I love you for that.
Yes.
Just catching up with people, getting to talk to people, getting up my courage to talk with people like Starbit Cosplay and Ginny D was terrifying. Oh, another amazing part of Banzai was Ginny D's parody. Let's write a parody where we took do you want to build a snowman from Frozen and turn it into a parody. That became, do you want to go to Banzai? And we started out trying this, okay, what can we say, like, your cosplay are gonna slay, come let's go to Banzai and cosplay and stuff like that. And then it ended up with, I used to cosplay Caleb and you were not? Do you rather want to be Bo? I wanna be Caleb. Okay, no. I had two friends like, what are these characters they're talking about? Luckily, Not and Caleb were two of the main characters at the opening show. So I was like, you know the main characters at the opening show? Yeah, those two.
Ah.
It's a sneaky way to induct people into the Critical Role fandom.
So there was, I had one friend go kind of angry at this one line in particular during that show because the characters were talking about what kind of franchise they were from, and Cable is just from a podcast, but that's not kind of true. And my friend was like,
yeah, I mean, well,
but
actually,
it's the easiest way to explain it to people who doesn't know.
Yes.
So,
but then they were up against characters like from Game of Thrones and Harry Potter and what is that one with the angel and the demon that's been
Good Omens.
Yeah, that one.
No, I mean it takes a while to say, oh well, actually I'm from a Dungeons and Dragons role-playing podcast and live stream that you can find on Twitch and Spotify and iTunes and everywhere.
YouTube.
Yeah, so I get it. Like, just saying that I'm a character from a podcast is easier.
Yeah, it's like when I explain to people who doesn't know what the podcast, the CosCast is. I'm like, it's like a podcast, but only not. It's with video.
Yeah. It's a video podcast.
And it's live.
Vodcast.
Podcast.
Yes, we're so good at selling ourselves. I mean...
Also, hashtag Overcast.
Yes. Hashtag Overcast for sure.
All right. Tonya, do you want to take the next question?
Sure. So, how do you feel right now? Are you tired, or do you have post-con blues, ready for new projects?
What? Right now, cosplay-wise, I feel burned out. Honestly, I feel like I need a break from cosplay, even though I love this hobby and I love the friends, but something happened after Banzai that just made me feel like I need to step back, I need to step away, and I probably won't go to any more convention this year. Wait till next year, where I have, because I kind of promised to have stands at the conventions next year, and I really want to participate in those. And so for the rest of this day, maybe I'll do a cost test sometime, but mostly I would just want to kind of take a break and focus on school. And me and my mom are going to join this Christmas market and sell homemade stuff, where she is making bags and clothes, and I'm gonna bring my cups and plushes and stuff like that.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds
we
really
tried last year, but then school became too much for me, and so we had to drop that.
Yeah.
Mm.
The pressure can be a lot sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
I feel kind of the same way. I've been on a cosplay break. It feels like for over a year now. It's not like I've not actively been on a break. It's not that. It's just that I haven't prioritized it the same way as I did when I first started.
Mm.
And I kind of now feel like I'm ready to begin and again. But I just have to prioritize the way I spend my energy.
Yeah. Same. I mean, I would love to just focus on cosplay all the time and just create stuff all the time, but well, I don't have time, and also my health has been just getting worse over the past 2 years, so I've had to cut back on a lot of the things that I love to do because physically I can't take it. And you always have to think about your health or about school or about work and prioritize the things in your life that are most important for you to move forward, you know? So sometimes being creative and doing cosplay kind of has to take a backseat, and you have to take a break and give yourself that space to breathe. So I think it's a smart idea for you to just take a break now and return later when you have more energy and you feel better.
Yeah. And it's not like you're taking
and stuff. Like I know exactly. I have 2 cosplays already lined up and with the partners and groups for next year. So I just waiting to do those because I don't want to start yet, but I have plans. I'm not stopping or anything. I just breathing room.
Yeah, but it's important to not take on too much work.
Yeah,
is basically the point. Listen to yourself, and when you
and
feel like now I need a break,
and listen to an expert who always takes on too much. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Burnout is a thing. Just don't.
I know. And I know my burnout usually comes during the winter, so I'm preparing for my burnout. So like, I'm gonna step away long before, so I'm calm and collected and able to mentally be myself.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right.
So did you have any negative experiences during the convention?
Like I said, I had a kind of breakdown after convention. It had nothing to do with the convention itself. Like I said, the contest was amazing. The people were super nice. It was amazing catching up with friends and seeing everyone again. But I don't know kind of what it was, but there was a mix of depression, self-loathing, exhaustion, long weekend, little sleep. Oh, one bad thing that happened at the convention that had nothing to do with the convention was the fire alarm went off at 4 a.m. at the hotel.
Nice.
I saw.
Like the alarm went up and everyone had to get out.
Oh.
Most people got dressed before going out because it was freaking almost minus degrees outside. Funnily enough, I checked the Instagram stories and saw that Starby had me and my friend because we were walking straight in front of them when we had to go outside.
I saw so many stories from that, and it was kind of nice to see that as well. Like, people were doing positive stories or just making it into a memory instead of being like, shit.
Making the best of it.
Yeah.
It was freaking cold, and personally, I needed almost 2 hours before falling back asleep because my parents said it probably was a mix of waking up really soon and to a scary experience. But I also know that from the past, when I was much younger, whenever the fire alarm went off at school, I was crying my tears out, and I couldn't stand it. I was completely terrified, even though I knew it was not real.
Yeah. One carries along with them the anxieties one had as a child. I still cannot handle drills. So whenever I see a drill or if someone's drilling, I I get scared.
Yeah.
Aw.
So
I mean,
fire alarms, I'm not a fan of.
No, I
like,
understand completely.
right? I still feel terrible every time I hear a fire alarm, and it's
Yeah.
not a feeling.
Yeah, and I can understand that it really messed up your rhythm during this weekend as well.
Yeah,
So.
and then I like I was saying, I kind of got kind of depressed, and I spent all Monday feeling terrible. Then went to sleep like I think it was 10 to half 9 just evening, and slept until 10 a.m. next morning over
Wow.
15 hours. I haven't done that in many years, but apparently I was really exhausted.
That was
And
like hardcore post-con blues.
yeah.
Yeah, and I made this long rant at Instagram. Part of it was just for close friends, the thing you can check on Instagram,
Yeah.
because I want everyone to know all of my ranting, because I was at a really low place, but I got a lot of lovely messages that helped a little bit. I still feel kind of insecure about some of the things I posted about, and I still think about it. But it's nice knowing that people actually care enough to read when I post those things, and it's a terrifying. I don't want to be the one that just complains or go out with, "Oh, look at me, I'm sad. Oh, I need help. I need the pity." I don't want that. It was to get my feelings out of my body, because it didn't help talking with my parents, so I just wanted to post it out. I even wrote like, I don't expect anyone to read this, and just put the short version for everyone to see, and the long rants for those on the close friend list. And
Well, I mean,
People-
sometimes you just need an outside perspective that isn't the people who are closest to you, to be able to process things better. So, I mean, I do that sometimes too, just post things when I'm feeling really horrible or insecure about something. I'll write long posts and just talk about what's going on, and I don't want people to pity me either, but sometimes you just need to get what's inside out somewhere. Scream it into the void, so to speak. And I think it's pretty brave of you to do that. Not everyone would do that.
when I did it was mostly kind of inspired by people like you and Rin when you post about your insecurities, and I find you guys so brave for daring to talk about it, and it's so obvious that you're not doing it for pity or for like, oh, look at me, I'm so sad, because I have seen people that almost seem like they just want attention, which is kind of why it's so scary posting stuff like that online, because you don't want to be seen as one of those people. And I also remember this one episode from the anime Fruits Basket, where one of the characters, he has like this deep dark secret, and that he's terrified of, and he doesn't want to talk to anybody about it, because he doesn't want to be pitied. He don't want people to feel bad for him. And then the main character is like, I'm terrified as well. I have no idea what to do, but I'm just gonna sit here for you, because you need someone around you, but you don't need the pity. And that kind of resonated a lot with me.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I think a lot of us do. And that's what's so nice, seeing people actually daring to post stuff like this, because it makes it more normal and accepted to say the things that you feel inside, and then you give someone else the chance to actually tell you what is what, so you don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, as long as what you're saying, what you're writing is something genuine, something that is true for you, that you feel, I don't think people will see it as attention grabbing or and I mean, if you need attention, post about that too. I mean, it's okay to need attention. It's okay to want it, but I understand the urge to feel like you're not being whiny, or I'm constantly afraid of that as well. And well, all I can say as regards to your problems, you're doing the right thing about how to deal with your insecurities. Like, I'm terrified of talking to people just like you are if I don't know them. It's like, I have nerves. I have to, like, gather courage before I talk to people I've never talked to before. And I think you feel kind of the same way. And just, being able to find people who feel that and that you can talk about it with is good. But also, you go to conventions, you talk to people you don't know, or you sit next to friends that you see are sitting alone. Like, that's the right way to deal with those issues. Just go out and do it and push yourself. And maybe you're not successful every time, but at least you're out there doing it. And that's the right way to get over your problems.
And also,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's kind of also a weird case for me because I'm terrified about talking to people actually, and I feel like rather they're judging me or thinking badly of me and all those kind of things. But if you say hi to me, I will say hi with a big smile back, even though I have no idea who you are. I can try to talk with people no matter. I can walk up to people and start conversation, whether I know them or not. But I will still stand there and be terrified when I stop talking or my attention goes somewhere else or they are not talking back or they're talking with someone else and I'm just sitting there. I feel totally insecure about what's going on, where is this going, am I doing this right? Most people know me as a social girl, see me as a brave one, see me as an outgoing one. And when I tell people I'm terrible shy and no, they don't believe me. So it's kind of weird as well because I'm very vocal about my feelings normally. Like people have said to me, like they notice when I'm not around and that I bring so much energies to like you guys when you have live things at conventions. And look, I get people like, it's so much easier to be there when you are around because you talk and you do things and you comment and like stuff. And I feel like I'm disturbing. I'm randomly doing things where I should just sit still and just watch and not do anything.
I really look up to you as a person because you are exactly the way you describe yourself. That's the way I view you, a brave person who has a lot of courage. And I still believe that you have all these insecurities you talk of. But the thing that I look up to you, the reason I look up to you is because you actually do something about your insecurities, you know? You know that these are my insecurities. I am going to do this because I know that other people probably feel this way as well. So I am not going to let their insecurities. But what you need is someone being your fairy godmother too, because you can't be that to yourself.
No. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Because
we really love you a lot.
Yeah, we do. We really love you a lot. And you're a wonderful person. And you're so inspiring, so creative, so talented. It just, everything you do, you seem to pour your heart and soul into, regardless of whether or not you're afraid. And that is really commendable. So we all admire you.
Just to put this out, like this one character I really, really love from the Love Life franchise. Daya from the Sunshine series. I really look up to her because she's an outgoing person. She can stand in front of the crowd singing, dancing, talking, being vocal and putting people in their place. But in the end, she's terrified when it comes to talking with small talk and being around people and feel real insecure. I have never seen a character before that can be brave, go out of her way to make others happy, talk in front of crowds, being like a leader, but having those insecurities. And that was really refreshing. They saw just the insecurities. I saw the whole picture, and that was really nice for me to see, actually.
Shots fired. I feel it.
That's why I love her so much.
Yeah.
And she actively became my favorite, even though I tried to hate her. She became my favorite because of that one part of her.
Aww.
Yeah.
Therese says in the chat, my fears have been very helped by the realization that most other people are just as nervous. Very true. Most people are. Most people are insecure, and most people don't really know how to handle life, Small talk is hard. It's really hard. I went to a party with my hubby on Friday, and I hardly talked to anyone because I was terrified. So, you're not alone.
Yeah, I have small talk for work. I have to small talk with parents about their
I'm a
kids.
hairdresser.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the master.
You have a black belt in small talk.
I think we both do.
So I have to be good at small talking soon because I'm gonna be a teacher as well. So
Yeah. No, it's
And
just
not only
me.
small talk, you also have to talk to parents about their kids and maybe not necessarily only positive things.
That's the thing. But the thing is, like, when I'm at work, because I've been working in customer service for years, or in stores for years. When I'm at work, it's like I have a script and a character. So when I have to talk to people and I have to small talk, I can turn it on, sort of, because I'm in a situation where I have to, and these are the rules, and this is what you can say, and this is what you can't say. And that's fine. The same with being on stage and talking in front of like hundreds of people, not a problem. I have a script. I know what I need to say. I know the message that needs to come across. But if it's just me in a social situation, no costumes, no scripts, no job, requirements, I am terrified. I am awful. I like there have been times where I sit with people and I'm like, I should say something. And then I start thinking, what am I going to say? What do normal people talk about?
yeah,
And then just this massive amount of time passes by, and if I say something now, it's going to be awkward, so I just sit there in awkward silence instead. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I also get this with a role because I went to Gyldendals tegneseriedager the other weekend, and I wasn't in costume or anything because it was just come and watch some comic artists talk about what they do and watch the people sell their comics. And I have never felt that shy at the convention, kind of convention gathering kind of thing ever, because usually when in costume I kind of channel the characters I'm cosplaying as well. That's why I mostly cosplay hyper girls, because that's my side. Because when I'm nervous, I start talking and jumping and being completely monkey most of the times. But at that convention, I was like standing beside my friend all the time. I barely dared going anywhere and start talking. But when I first got into conversation, it was much easier. And the same goes to everyday life: talking in front of crowds, talking with the kids at the school. And the ones working there is like, I can calm down and play this role. I know, okay, these ladies like talking about knitting. Okay, I can talk about knitting. My mom knits sweater, and I can talk and know what it's kind of like. I can talk with the kids about drawing or gaming or YouTube because I have sort of the same interest. I still can't believe how shocked I made a kid when I totally knew what Fortnite was like, and because I've seen one video once.
Yes. I can see Cutrix just posted a link to 16personalities.com, which is a site I have visited in the past, actually, where you can take a personality test and kind of figure out which kind of personality you are. It kind of goes into like psychology and Carl Jung and that kind of thing. So when I took this test last time, I was the advocate. I'm good at speaking for other people or on behalf of other people and presenting things and stuff like that. Not so good on one-on-one conversations.
I don't remember what it came. But I like Katrik's comment. No one is normal.
Yes, that's the trick. Just remember, everyone is weird in one way or the other.
But shall we take the next question?
Yes, let's move on.
I think it's about time we try to wrap this episode.
Sorry.
So,
that's fine.
What did you think about Banzaicon in general this year?
Like I've said, I find it amazing. The crews are amazing. The people there, the stands, the location, everything is really, really well planned out. Like I said, the crews going around with water to absolutely everyone all the time, saying, "You need water. Do you want some water?" that's really nice. They have affordable food. That's a big thing because people forget to eat, and they had pizza, they had noodles, they had cup ramen, they had some kind of baguettes. They had a lot of different alternatives, and they were really nice and helpful and kind. Banzai is an amazing convention to go to, and it's worth every penny money you'd put into it. And because the crew, the shows, the cosplayers, everything there is amazing, and I really love going there.
Good answer.
Even though I end up being depressed at some parts, that's not because of the convention, it's because of me.
Also,
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, and it's also one of the last conventions of the year. It's like, the end of this season, so it's kind of logical that one will, like, get yourself to get tired, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and besides, you were con crunching before the con, and that can totally mess up with the con.
And I had this assignment for school that was due at the same time as I was leaving, so I was working all night before, just finishing up my assignment. Just like, okay, this is done, and now we just take the cosplays and hope my mom comes home so she can drive us to the Faria, and we can get over the fjord and get to my friend who's waiting on the other side, and drive the rest of the way and change into costumes.
Yeah, you sure had quite the week.
That was one day.
And the day. And the weekend.
It's been a lot.
No wonder. No wonder.
And getting to the hotel and checking in and getting the bills paid and finding out that you can't get free parking and everything.
Yes.
That's a lot.
And entire weekend you were running around, being all cheery and spreading joy. No wonder you were depressed at the end.
No,
Girl.
exhausted. I would be. Katrik says, I wish I was there. Sad face emoji. And I want noodles now.
Yes.
So thanks for that.
And speaking of food, I think we have asked you this last question before.
Haven't.
We haven't?
No, I haven't.
Okay, now you get the chance to answer. If you were a fruit or a vegetable, what would you be and why?
Okay, I've been thinking about this since it first started becoming a thing, and as a true fandorkable, I have been at almost every stream, and I know this question by heart by now, and I admit I cheated, and Sample knows I cheated, and I got like 3 answers. One of them was Anita, so I got just to clarify that I'm not cheating, I have my own answer. People suggested blueberries, peach, and I don't remember the last one, but it's not the fruit I'm picking. I have ended up with apple.
Why is that?
Sweet, or they can be kind of bitter. Most people like them. They can be used to a lot of things. They can be in a cake. They can be as a fruit. They can be in a fruit salad. It can be used for so much. And when they fall down and hit, they can go sour if no one picks it up.
Yeah, very good answer. I like it much better than potato. They're also versatile.
Well, I don't feel like a potato. I
No.
feel like an apple fits me better.
No, I agree. You definitely, apple is a good one for you.
Yeah.
And
Good
believe
answer.
I'm thinking about this for years now.
I just love how this question just puts people into like an existential crisis. Like, what am I? Am I a banana? Am I an apple? Am I a berry? I don't know. What does it mean? I love it.
It's a very good question that really sets people on a soul search to what kind of fruit?
What am I?
For years.
Yeah, for years. So thank you, Sample.
So, yeah,
It's a
thank you very much.
classic.
So I think we should wrap the geekery pretty fast.
Yeah. So we are on overtime. We did start a little later, so it's It's fine. But we are gonna start wrapping things up by going into our last segment, which is geekery. So, have we watched, read, played, or listened to anything during the past few weeks that we would like to recommend to our viewers, or that our viewers would like to recommend to us?
I can see Liana is already standing up.
Yes. Fateful Fumble! As always. You always do this every week, and it doesn't cease to amaze us. Yes.
We're gonna post...
There's a reason I come out with...
Yeah. We're gonna post a picture, I think, on our... Yeah, that...
I still
for
need
Fateful
to put
Fumble.
down more points before I can post one.
and that drawing is genius, because she makes the most fan art from Fateful Fumble. She's amazing there. So she made a picture of herself, just like all the fan art that she's made. It's
amazing.
beautiful.
Not all of them, just a handful of them.
Okay, yeah.
But it's still a lot. It's still pretty much a lot. So we will be posting that picture on our Fateful Fumble Instagram account. And for those of you who might not know, Fateful Fumble is our podcast production channel on YouTube and Twitch, where we live stream Dragon Age, the role-playing game. We all play
Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes, we also have a podcast that is Vampire the Masquerade called Chicago by Night. Yes. So if you're interested in role-playing games and role-playing podcasts, you should follow Fateful Fumble on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and whatever, because we make content every month and post episodes and live stream and stuff. And Ryurai seems to like it, so we keep doing it.
No, you're not.
No, you're not the only one. We actually hit 10K downloads on our Fateful Fumble podcasts this week, which is
awesome.
It's pretty fucking amazing. 10,000 people have downloaded our stuff. That's crazy. So we're super happy about that. So I've been watching a YouTuber called Drawing with Waffles. So she writes as drawing, and then with is spelled WIFF and then waffles. And she just creates these cute little drawing videos where she does different drawing challenges and talks about, you know, how she developed her style and lots of funny like art stuff. And her hands are really expressive, so her hands are always featured in the video, and they're always like gesticulating somehow, and she has a very calm voice. And if you're interested in art and you like just having art videos coming at you, then Drawing with Waffles is a good one. I recommend it.
I got disappointed. You sold it so well, but then you explained that you didn't draw with waffles, so now I'm disappointed.
Oh, I wish. That would have been something.
Drawing YouTubers, I follow a lot of them, and I can also recommend Jasa, because he has a lot of different kind of art. He has also for having fun with art in general, everything from drawing to sculpting to virtual reality. He's amazing to watch as well. I've been subscribed for him for a while now. I even have his art box art box he made this summer, and I'm in love with it. So
awesome, cool.
I have some I can recommend. Now it's spooky season. Glam and Gore, YouTuber. She's a makeup YouTuber, but she has made a lot of Halloween styled themed videos that you can watch if you like that kind of stuff. But what I would recommend this week is actually Call of Cthulhu, the RPG tabletop RPG game. Because it's a bit like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's just scarier. And if you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not like if you. It's not like in D&D when you succeed in a role, it doesn't mean you succeed. No, it's realistic.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you slowly go insane and then you die.
Yeah. Also, you cannot just walk around with your weapons on your back. It's like if you have a great axe, there will be consequences to that. People will arrest you. So it's really hard. It's really scary and fun. So
Absolutely.
if you like horror games, then that's the game for you.
And oh yeah, go ahead, Tonya.
I recommend Peaky Blinders. It's a very good show, very funny, very exciting, and yep, go watch it. It's on Netflix. No, yes, yeah.
It's a pretty interesting show. I've seen a few episodes from it. It's my hubby loves it. He loves it so much he went and bought himself a sixpence and he's decided to cosplay from Peaky Blinders now. So
yeah.
Let's see. Rick Make Stuff says I may have binged season 1 and 2 of Ruby on Monday. Well there you go.
Gotta love it.
I haven't seen it yet, so but I guess I have to at some point.
The first few episodes are like 5 minutes long and it's on YouTube, so it's easy to get through. And yeah, the animation can be a little weird in the beginning, but it really gets up, and the characters are amazing. The music scores are freaking amazing. The art is, like I said, better, and the choreography and the battles are. I really recommend it.
Awesome.
It's on YouTube, it's on, and I think it's on Crunchyroll, and it's on Rooster Teeth's own pages. It's really good. I totally agree, you should watch it. I did not binge it before Banzai to prepare for this.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not like I saw the first season like 3 times to make my show or anything either.
Rick Make Stuff also asks, has anyone watched the Breaking Bad movie yet? No, I'm afraid I have not. I've only seen like a handful of Breaking Bad episodes. I've never finished the whole series or anything. So
I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen everything out.
And Katrix said, yes, love her. I assume she's talking about Glenn and Gore.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I also have some more recommendation because I just need to fangirl a little.
Yeah.
Because besides watching Fatal Fumble, like always, I have also been listening a lot to The Adventure Zone because it has really helped me calm down after Banzai. And then yesterday I spent all day watching 2 animes that goes kind of hand in hand, called A Certain Scientific Railgun and A Certain Scientific Magical Index, which it's kind of a land where everyone has this kind of, or most people have sort of a magical ability, kind of like my hero, but not like my hero, because there are people who doesn't have any, and they're kind of categorized into levels. Like there are 7 level 5s, which are the highest level. And one of the shows focus on a girl who is a level 5 and is and her friends, and how they deal with this world. They're kind of actually the side characters to the main series that's a magical index, about a boy who finds a priestess who kind of are magical and can use magic, which is weird to them for some reason, even though they can shoot electricity from their hands.
Sounds interesting.
Sounds magical.
Yes.
It's really fun. I got recommended it from one of these posts when you like say a show and I'll tell you who I've cosplay from, and Yui Cosplay and Photos asked about that show, and I was like, this show seems interesting. Maybe these characters are something interesting, and I checked it out, and I have not watched all of season 1 and halfway through season 2 and first season of the other show, trying to. Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of messy.
Okay.
Quickly, let's play, and that's it.
Yes. I'm going to cut you off there because we need to end the episode. But before we do, breaking news in the chat. Catrix Media will be posting the Torucon video number 2 later tonight. So
Awesome.
look forward to that. It's amazing.
If you haven't seen number 1, we, the CosCast, are actually featured not once, but twice in the first video. So watch that too if you haven't seen it.
Dang.
We're the Sailor Squad, and also Fateful Fumble, like the fantasy character lineup that you see at one point in the movie. We're there too. So go check out part 1 and then watch part 2 after that.
And everyone's excited.
Yeah.
Me as cosplay is like, and
lit
everyone
hearts.
like, Yes.
We'll watch on repeat, of course, Sahara Sara says. All right. So thank you to everyone in the chat who has been able to stay with us throughout the episode, throughout Twitch's weird glitching and everything. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We will be back next Sunday because we skipped a Sunday earlier. And then we will be joined by Norwegian cosplayer Simen Huse. It will be his first time on the CosCast, so that's going to be really exciting. And we really look forward to it. And we hope you will join us back here on Sunday next week. Thank you so much to Ryurai Cosplay for joining us today. It was wonderful having you on. And you're, of course, always welcome back should you want to.
Yes.
They're spamming it all the time.
All right. So we will see you next week. Thank you for watching. We love you, Fendorkables. Bye.
Bye.